Jan Charles doing mashed potatoes.
I am Jan Charles, and you're seeing some of my kiddos. This one's Ricky, and this one's Boone. I am a mom, and I'm a cook, and started cooking professionally, well, semi-professionally, about, 3 years ago? Started doing YouTube, and ended up with a local show here in Tennessee, and I spent this summer with Food Network. So now we're going with Barbecue Superstars, and what we're going to do today is we're going start to finish. We're going to cook for you all the way I cook for these guys all the time. Let me show you how I do it, because I don't do fussy food. My friend Adam would be laughing over that. We don't do fussy food, but we keep it pretty real. So you ready to go? You gonna be my sous chef today?
Yep.
Okay, Boone wants to cook. Actually, all of my kids like. All right, I need this because it's here. Okay, so I need one more ramekin. Now, roasted off some garlic. And this part I did do this morning simply because it has to be cool enough for me to handle it. All you do is cut the whole clove of garlic right down the middle. Throw it in there, drizzle it with a good bit of olive oil and a sprinkle of salt. And they let me know this morning that I didn't use enough salt, so I re-sprinkled. And then when you wrap it up in tin foil, bake it at 350 for an hour. You can then take it and they just pop right out, okay? And as you can see, come over here and do that.
That's your original.
Well, as you can see, they turn buttery and sweet, and there is nothing about, harsh raw garlic flavor. Roasted garlic is unbelievable. It's just magic. And again, what you have, even after you've squished all your garlic out, because I'm going to put this in potatoes, what you have, can you see the oil down in here? You see that oil?
You're a little more salt.
More salt?
Yeah, more salt.
Let me just put that in the wrong spot. We don't want too much salt in. It's a hummingbird. We don't want too much salt because we're going to season several other things as we go. Okay?
Okay, no, I just wanted to make it smell.
Make it snow. That part is fun, isn't it?
Make it smell.
Okay. But you see this oil down in here?
That's the good part.
You know what we're doing with that?
Putting it in.
Roasting, or we're going to pan fry our pork chops in it.
And that makes
So then we have seasoned oil for our. There's that fly we were chasing. There it goes. Of course, as soon as we get going.
I'm gonna attempt to help you.
I would like if you would help me, because if you will squish those, I'm going to actually move over
How do
here.
I squish it?
You pick it up and it falls right out. Let me show you. Now,
Oh.
wait a minute. Let me show you.
Here. They look like alien pods.
Look, pick it up like this. Pick it up like that. And simply squeeze. And they come out.
What kind of
Pop.
They sound like weird, like.
Alien pods. Really? Oh, here goes that. Put him right back in there. Now we don't want these
Yeah, those are the.
in there because we're going to mash that up with our potatoes here in just a minute.
Oh, dang it.
Now, have I used up all my cutting boards? I have. Let me wash one real quick. Oh, no, look, I already did it. I'm so smart. I planned ahead. And I didn't even realize I did it.
Oh, that olive oil. When you get it on your hands, you don't want to wash it off.
No, you want to lick your fingers, right?
I'm gonna wash it off.
You come back over this way. All right, now you've been licking your fingers though, so don't squish anymore until you wash. All right, we're smashing potatoes. Well, when I'm doing menu planning, hi baby, you're real quiet for me, okay? Thank you. You want what? You know what? There is a glass of water on the counter in my bathroom. Why don't you go use that one too first? Because we can't get to the cups. When I am doing menu planning, I almost always start with a starch. I will pick potatoes or pasta. You can use grits or polenta. You can use rice. And then I start thinking of what would be nice to go with those things, because I do have a large family. I cook for a lot of people. And I do have to, make the budget stretch pretty far. So all I'm doing is taking these potatoes, which I washed, and over here I have a big pot of
Boiling water.
salted, very heavily. No, I didn't salt it yet. I didn't salt it yet.
Oh,
and salt. Careful. Let the steam go before you put your arm over the top of it. Let me back up into it. Okay.
I wonder if you could caramelize garlic.
Yes, actually you can. That is a good question. And let me show you what's happening. You see how some of them are darker than the others? And it's the one that were to the outside? Those did begin, that's what you've done, is you've caramelized. All the sugars and the garlic have turned. Quit eating the cheese. Okay? And you were supposed to get me some of that oil out of there, and now you're licking your fingers again. So, whatever. Normally, you would not do what I'm doing right here, unless you're trying to shortcut some time. Normally, you would start with a cold pot of water and put your potatoes in the pot of water instead of bringing the water up to a boil, because A, your pieces will cook more evenly, and you'll actually have a creamier potato. So if you're doing regular mashed potatoes and what you want is something nice and creamy like that, don't do what I just did, which is to let the water come to a boil. However, am I yelling? I'm yelling, aren't I? I can't hear, so sometimes I scream. What we're doing, now you're going to stop boiling water on yourself, son. See? You did. What we're doing is we're going to smash them. Okay, so creamy is nice. We do want that, but it's not the thing that we have to have. Do you want to? These are very hard. Do you know? And my knife does need to be sharpened again. And if you have a dull knife, you're in more danger of cutting yourself. And if you get your potatoes down here near the surface of the water, well, this is the kid that's going to cut his hand off. Salt your potato water heavily. I've heard people say it's like you want it to taste like seawater. I would even go a touch beyond that. Well, because you actually have to get flavor into the potato itself, right? Okay, what do we do? All right, here. This is a very good way to make a point. You want all of your pieces to be the same size so that they cook at the same time. Okay, so let me show you how I did it so that you can do something similar to what I did, if not exactly what I did. Hang on just a minute. You scoot back over here. We got it, and look right there. They have to be able to see what we're doing, okay? So we'll go ahead and drop these in.
Here, I'll drop.
Get it right down here near the water,
I don't do it.
so you don't splash it back up at you. That's right. All right, Glenn, here's what you want to do, baby. Take your potato. Matt, don't stand in front of the camera. Here. Take your potato. Carefully go down through it. Okay. The more stable the food, the safer. So then, remember what I said about holding your hand up, out of the way. There you go. Now you have a flat surface for your potato to rest on, and it won't wiggle as much. So then make chunks.
So yeah, you cut it in half after that too.
That's right. It's the adventure of cooking with kids. Now I need to melt some butter. I think I'm going to use this. Okay. If you have cooked off your potatoes and you want to put flavor in there, here's how you do it. You don't have to cook your butter and cream and whatever you're mashing your potatoes with. You don't have to cook them to death. But it does mash better, and you get a better texture if you bring everything kind of up to everybody's in the same temperature. Nobody gets shocked that way. Okay, so if you can't tell, my helper gets distracted with whatever the latest project is. So we're gonna get this oil ready, because we're almost ready to start our pork chops. How are we doing on time? How are we doing? Do we have any idea?
No.
We don't know how long we've been doing this.
Around, I think 30 at least.
So this is our roasted garlic olive oil. How are we doing on time?
About 30 minutes.
Oh, we're doing fine. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that. So I thought we would have like this, 4 hours later, I'm still cooking.
You're cooking a big meal.
Yeah, but it's a simple meal. I mean, what have I done that's nothing real difficult?
Right.
And one of the things that I have mentioned earlier is, I try to be very thoughtful about my food. You know, you can take very simple and inexpensive ingredients, and if you really think about how do I really get the flavor out of this, you know, and some of the best techniques are roasting, you know, and braising. And if you notice, my oven is full. There's not a whole lot on my stovetop, and it's because that's how you're developing the flavors and all the good stuff. Okay, so I've got about 2 heads of garlic that I roasted off. Bladen, how you doing over there? Okay. Bladen is getting the potatoes ready. We have a stick of butter on the stove.
This is the strangest potato I've ever seen.
And that is a weird potato. Did you see that potato? That's a little odd. See? Some people, wait, stop. Some people would say it looks like a heart, but if we're 11, you know, it's not a heart. All right, so this is going in here with my melted butter, and we're just going to start warming all this stuff up together. All right, go ahead and get that one in there, baby. Who's sneaking in the back? Sweetheart, I have a drink somewhere.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. So the rest of the olives, the rest of the garlic, I will deal with later. Yes, thank you. I hope this was mine. You know, the kids will lick stuff if they don't want anybody else to have it. So don't ever come to my house and think, oh, I'm going to toss off the last little bit of milk in there. Don't do it. And some of them are worse about it than others. All right, so clean up.
Like Brother Ricky.
Yeah, those two are horrible.
Well, I'm just gonna cut off this giant lump right here. It's like, it's useless.
Okay, oh, look. I've never seen that. I've never seen a potato do that. It's got peel that grew, oh. Well, that wasn't anything interesting after all. Never mind. I thought what happened was that the peel had grown like into a fissure and around the corner. Yes, you can have that. Lance is behind Daryl making acrobatic motions to see if I will let her have the last leftover biscuit from breakfast. So yes, she's allowed to have it. Okay, now we got the potatoes going, got the Brussels sprouts and the onions. Apples are in the oven, so let's deal with our pork chops, okay? All right, Carol, can you pay attention to Bladen for just long enough for me to get my cutting board clean? All right, Bladen, you're now the star, so be entertaining while I throw stuff around the kitchen. Don't try to be fancy.
I'm not being fancy.
What have I, remember what I said about hot dogging?
Yeah.
We don't hot dog.
That's only if you're a chef.
You know what? I think when chefs start trying to do all the fancy tricks, I have one fancy kitchen trick.
Oh, see? It's the one-handed,
You want to see?
is it the one-handed egg trick?
It's the one-handed egg trick. That's my one and only kitchen trick. I can crack an egg with one hand, and I can do it very quickly.
But,
Well, you know, when you start trying to show off your knife skills, which
can I get on my back?
actually it's going to be a few more minutes. So can you be real patient for me? Okay. Son,
Mm-hmm.
can you hurry?
I'm trying.
Well, not hurry, but let's get these in here so I can. You want to let your potatoes go about 20 minutes once it comes to a boil, right?
Okay, potatoes are.
You've got every size of potato in it. Okay, let's pretend that was on purpose. What are you doing, baby? Can you take the ball on the porch? All right, we also have the buzzer that's about to go off, and this is when I was going to...
Jan Charles has appeared on Food Network and many other television shows.
All right, would you like to help me fix the potatoes? Okay, we're going to do that real quick. I want you to come over to the stove with me. Let's see how this works. Okay. We're going to put just a touch of mustard in there. We got a lot of creamy flavors. Can you stir little? Can you stir? Okay, stir very little. Bladen, no. Okay, Dijon mustard, which I'm now wearing. Just a little bit. I don't know, what is that, a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons?
Not fat.
Isn't that nice? I don't know why that did that. Will you put that up? Brent is my picky eater.
I'm not only eating cream.
He wants to have his entire
I'm like 95% carnivore.
carnivore. He comes in and says, "Where's the meat?"
With
I like
every
eating
meal.
cream.
You're out of luck. Okay,
Sour cream.
and he's back. Joey, are you recovered? Your donut issue? With sour cream?
I love sour cream.
Well, and it's really important that we not let this boil now because we'll start curdling stuff. Actually, we're gonna smash it into the potatoes, so if it boils, it's not the end of the world, but it's nicer if it doesn't.
I don't know.
A donut?
Yeah,
Can you go outside with it?
yeah.
Where's your dad?
I don't know. He's fine. No, it's not.
It's whipping cream.
Smells
Or
like whipped
cream. Okay, it is whipped cream. Can you stick this in the fridge?
Oh, yes.
A little bit of cream.
I can find
Hey
this.
Dan, whose breathing treatment was in here?
Huh? Do you need it?
I think
That's not. Alright, can you take that in the other room, honey, just because it's so loud? Okay. So we're swapping this out. We're bringing our pork chops over. And turn you off. Turned off my timer. Turned off the backup. Okay. So I've got my butter and
Man, you missed his face. He's sticking out his teeth.
is his tongue stuck out?
No, not his tongue, his teeth.
Oh.
He was trying to do something.
Now, I like to do potatoes in a pasta pot for this reason.
Just to be able to drain them later.
Yes, and there's lots of people that actually mash potatoes with the water that they've been cooked in, which I think is a wasted opportunity to add as much fat as possible. Okay, so we're gonna put these right here. And if you're doing regular mashed potatoes, you want them as dry as possible. So you would actually return them, you would dump them in a colander, and then return them to the warm pot, and that would let as much moisture as possible leave. Actually, Blaine, I'm gonna bring that over here so it's easier for everybody to see.
Alright.
How's our pork chops doing?
They smell bad. Real bad.
How do they smell?
They smell awesome. I don't want to put my face in it.
Don't put your face in it.
What's in the cast iron pot again?
Okay, now this is the butter
That's some butter.
and the roasted garlic, a little bit of sour cream.
I think the sour cream gives it some tang to it.
It does. It does a nice tang. All right, I'm gonna put you to work, son. You're gonna start smashing, just like this. There you go. Knock yourself out. How's it going?
Awesome.
Awesome. You can already tell we're gonna need more liquid.
Yeah. Only if we made some more butter.
Well, you've got a couple choices at this point. Look how many dirty dishes I've made. This is half and half. You can use cream. You can use chicken broth. You can use anything. I like half and half. I like, yeah, it depends on what I'm making. Have I used every spoon? I think so. Well, I'm trying not to double dip on camera, so I keep going to get a new one. Quite honestly, I would just double dip.
What matter?
Yum. Okay. So, it doesn't need much salt. But you have potatoes with great salt. It doesn't need much salt. Do you remember why?
Well, because of the butter. Oh, because of the butter. I mean, not the salt and water.
There you go. We've already seasoned it pretty well. So we're going to put in a little bit. And then the roasted garlic. Uh-huh. The roasted garlic was also salted already.
The other side.
Oh, wait back here.
That is the best potatoes I've ever had.
You can use white pepper if for some reason black pepper bothers you.
Well, I
I frankly don't care.
like mine a little extra because it tastes good.
All right, so what kind of consistency do we have? Let's check our edges because we want to bring everything in. And we don't want to overwork the potatoes. That's when you get gluey potatoes. Yep. Yep. Well, I'm about to put the lid on these because these are done. Okay. So roasted garlic, smashed potatoes.
Get them on there ready.
All right, pull them out. Put them on that plate. Now these will stay warm for a long time.
This might be a little bit more.
I'm fixing a plate. This makes me happy. This is the part where I'm all of a sudden just in my zone. Get out of my Brussels sprouts. I'm in my zone. I'm happy.
We appreciate you coming by the Jay and Charles show today. We hope you have a great day today. Next time you come by, she'll be cooking something different. And we'll see you next time.